What is going on, Governor? Chisgule here, and we're back with more war against Marvel. You saw the title of this, the MAMI Strikes Back. Yes, Marvel in this series is going to do a bunch of rallies against players that are just not ready to be rallied. I only got a fraction of this recorded because I was working on other stuff, getting some real life obligations knocked out while this was all happening. And I actually did narrate parts of it pretty well while it was happening. So in this footage, you'll get a look at folks getting rallied, and man, there's just not a lot we can do about it. If you like war videos, you should definitely like and subscribe because we've got more war footage coming, and we are a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. So we're going to roll the footage, and for part of it, we're going to have me in the present in front of me from the past narrating what is happening, and parts of it I actually narrate it pretty well. The first part of the video is going to be me describing when Toon backs out of the war, which is a pretty big success point for us, and we'll talk about why that matters, well, in just a second. Okay, that got really spicy really quickly. We made our flags here and here, which gave us access to 3 flags to burn up top, down below, and, pardon me, off to the right. When we did that, however, I also had dialogue going with the officers from Toon, and we have agreed to a path forward. We've agreed to a path forward in which we can take this pass whenever we want. They won't fight, and uh, if we have to have them delete one of these flags, they'll delete one of those flags, but I don't think we're going to have to do that. We'll kind of see where this goes. Toon has agreed to not let Marvel members into their alliance. And so then there's nothing for us to really worry about if Toon owns that land. So as long as they fully keep to their end of that bargain, that means that we can now focus fully on Marvel and HK7, who own a lot of land, because our war with Toon is over. Our war with Toon is over. So I don't know what the path forward will be. There are members of my alliance who are understandably a little frustrated that we didn't just push and kick Toon off the land entirely for having attacked us and participated in destroying a bunch of flags all through here. I don't know. I think peace is clearly the play in this instance, but I'm maybe too much of a peacemonger. And this lets us focus on fighting a war on 2 fronts instead of 3, which feels really good to me. That seems really quite good. So we profoundly accomplished the thing that we set out to accomplish with that effort, and I am looking forward to future very strong positive relationship with Toon. And I know some members are a little upset with me in my alliance because they're kind of feeling like we need to be very aggressive, and they attacked us, push them out of the zone. It's now solved. It's done. Doesn't have to be that. So, what will come next? We'll find out. Lots of war footage coming, assuming this war continues, and I don't get the sense that Marv or HK7 are going to stop. Oh man, it's getting dicey. We've got an allies flag getting rallied here. I really need to be doing other stuff right now. Uh-oh. That is not looking good. Yikes. So in this case, there's so few people there. The strategy, I think, is to dodge, repair it, go in, dodge the rally, and just like they can't do anything. That's the play. In a situation like this, even if you don't have a lot of members online, let them rally, be in the flag, let them rally, get out, just go to one of these cities right next door. I know it's not loading in for some reason on my screen. This looks like a ghost city. Go to one of the local cities. When the rally's going to hit, you don't take any damage. And then, boom, go back in the flag. They don't want to swarm attack it because they're going to take big losses that way. I think that's the play. That's definitely. All right, another rally going in. I've instructed my members multiple times to swap over and join. It looks like Malkov is doing the technique I advised, where you're in the flag and then leave it for the rally. Hopefully there's no one there. There isn't anyone there. Now they can just walk back in. Bada boom. Fix the flag. And Marv has to either swarm attack it or deal with it. This is very smart play. This is very, very smart play on the part of VYG. Pretty happy with that. Oh boy, another rally going in on a flag. I really hope they use the same strategy of dodging, unless they're really ready to reinforce the heck out of it. I'm working on other stuff, trying to make my way to bed, but these little fights. Wait a minute, they can't dodge this. This is a city rally. Oh no, that does not look good. I hope they are online and they bubble. Or they port away. If you're in a time of war, like, you really can't be anywhere with your troops in your city rather than in a flag. And if you're anywhere near where an enemy might build a flag, you can't put your troops into one of those flags to hide them either. So let's see what happens here. I don't feel good about it, though. So they must not have had many troops. And it was a gathering commander, so that might have just been the commander that they have for gathering at a resource center. And maybe their other troops are somewhere else. I just really hope that those other troops aren't in this flag, or weren't in this flag, since now it is burning. Ugh. All right. Oh, wow. And a rally going in. Where? Where is this rally going? I honestly cannot tell. I see a line. It's around the corner. Where? What is this pathing? Ah, it's this player here. It is that player there. That is some weird pathing for a rally. I don't know what the right policy is. I'd be eager for your thoughts in the comments. If a player that's got a low city hall leaves their city unshielded, should you be defending them? I don't know. You really can't afford the troop loss associated with taking a poor rally. Which brings us to a really interesting point, actually, which is that attacking a player's city is far and away the best opportunity to kill attackers. If somebody is attacking a player city, that is your best opportunity to kill the attacker, as long as they've attacked a city that is actually someone who's got decent tech. The problem with city defense is that you're stuck with whoever their commander is. You can't promote a different captain. And the reason that I think it's the very best way to kill enemy troops is that the defending player, their troops just go to the hospital. As long as their hospital doesn't fill up, you're in a very, very good situation because, look. Oh, wow, what are they doing there? Okay, they go into the flag. You're in a very good situation because you're killing their troops and you're not having any deaths at all. Yeah, you have a resource cost. Yeah, unfortunately, they've got all their troops at home and they are at risk of getting zeroed from this style of attack, which is not good. You can see here, Punisher, he's just not even getting scratched in this rally. Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. We had some players in my alliance get rallied like this, and it's really tough because like they needed to shield, and there's very little you can do to help them. So that's the downside of defending a city, is that like a lower level city, like they've got to play smart. Otherwise they get in trouble. What is going on here? We've got some of our alliance members helping out here. Luigi Vampa is from our alliance. He jumped over, which is swell of him to do. And he's doing some work on Coulson as he goes back to his city. And I will say, like, look, Coulson's way out of position after being out of that rally. No one else is looking to help. And so Vampa is getting free hits now onto this Richard the First. Richard the First is getting no skill attacks. All that is being done back is counterattacks. So you can get huge damage onto another player as they're leaving to go somewhere else in exactly this style of situation. Now, hopefully, I think Vampa sees that Dadpool is kind of... There we go. Yep. And he retreats back the flag. Really smart play there. And there's something to be said here for what commanders you bring to a rally to support the rally, because you are going to get stuck in the open field, and this is really stuck very far away from friendly territory for Marvel. So you're going to have troops that you can do work with, and the other members of the rally have to be paying kind of enough attention to make an appropriate support decision. Now, this is interesting. I wonder... Walls doesn't see this army, or maybe is deciding not to attack it because it is full T5, even though there are a lot of siege units. And I'm going to try to be productive on this other stuff that I really have to get done today, but I'll pop on record when more stuff happens, and I'm about to go encourage more of my members to go join up with VYG to help with this defense. Oh boy, another rally going in on a city that is not shielded. We had this exact problem yesterday where, like, look, if you're going offline, you've really got to be shielded up or away from this front line. It looks like they had troops home, but not too many. This might not go well, especially if they didn't clear out their hospital. Like, this could just be all deaths, which would be pretty savage. Yikes. Geez, and another rally? They're doing 2 rallies at a time, and it's going to the same city. Okay, well, it's not amazing. Not amazing. A little bit of flag attack going on here. Doing some damage, hopefully. Oh, boy. Couple folks showing up. Well, I think that's part of the reason they're attacking the flag. Okay, so this footage is kind of weird. War does weird things, and to your mind, we were at war for a really long time. And so a lot of players would just start jousting, like you see here. It's kind of like a way to pass time when there wasn't any active action, when there was kind of a standstill in what was going on. And in this case, I thought this player wanted to joust, but they were actually trying to get to my city. And so you're going to see them do some maneuvering. Then I maneuver to try to joust with them, and then they just go right for my city. Anyways, um, I don't know. Weird stuff happens at war. We I ended up chatting and getting to know a bunch of the folks from Marvel because, like, I don't know, there's some times where you're just kind of sitting there, staring each other down, and I don't know. The whole thing is kind of weird. The whole thing is kind of weird. I feel like this short clip illustrates some of the one army weirdness that was going on. I mean, like, a lot of people would surround other players' cities with armies filled with only one troop each, right? Like Bujan City had a bunch of single armies around it at one point. Punisher City did. I think Pay to Wins did. I don't know. It's just like got weird. This represents that. I thought this was worth showing for some reason. It was certainly a weird experience. Okay, so in this clip, what you're seeing is our allies VYG launching a rally toward a flag. And I think they're going to discover that this flag is better defended than they were ready for. And they're going to bail on their rally, which I think is pretty smart. You can cancel your rally when it's partway through. And that's the thing you should do if you don't think you're going to win the conflict. You really need to end the rally. And so this is what you see going on here. I think they decide they're going to have too many losses. Dauntless comes out. He starts attacking the rally. Our alliance member, Marie, looks like she had joined VYG to help them out a little bit. But, Dauntless is a pretty tough guy to go toe-to-toe with. He's got 37, 38 million power like I do at this point. And yeah, you see that rally's canceled. The rally only had 2 armies in it, it looks like. So, smart choice, I think, to end that rally, especially given that Dauntless could reinforce that flag pretty heavily if that's a thing that he felt like doing. Over here, we've got a rally that Pay to Win is leading. And this one's going to go pretty darn well, taking advantage of the fact that rallies are happening in multiple places at once. We're able to land some pretty crucial rallies where players have left their armies in a flag. Those flags are basically undefended with like 100,000 units or less, maybe 200,000 units. And a full rally or even a partially full rally just does serious work and gets a ton of kills. And this is tough because you need to have your flags defended. Otherwise, they're just super easy to burn. But if you do that and then you go offline, you end up with situations like this, where like they had 300,000 troops in the flag and 128,000 of those troops just died, which is pretty savage. Pay to Win leading the rally is a tier 5 player, and those are some pretty darn legit commanders he's got going in there. You can see it's only T4 and T3 on the defense there. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. More war footage to come. In fact, the most exciting parts are on their way. And like and subscribe if you're into that. Until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.